Y'all, straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I want you to hit that like button. Make sure you sub to the channel if you are not a member. Also, hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Salute to the whole entire LDBC, basketball and boxing, and salute to all of the people that rock with me. Hold on one second, y'all. Salute to a couple of the brothers that already done talked about this. Salute to the brother Ticket TV. Definitely go sub to Ticket TV, and salute to Dreamers Pro as well for talking about this. Definitely go sub to their channels as well, and they have great channels and never slack on the hard work that they put in. Um, of course, I did talk about Kawhi earlier today. I talked about him today as it pertained to Brandon Roy. Now, I was able to get a little bit descriptive as to um, Brandon Roy and his situation in the past with his degenerative needs and everything, and why I did not feel any sympathy for Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? And uh, definitely go check out that video. Now, according to uh, the NBA Analyst Network and Sports Illustrated, um, there has been a lot of back and forth between Ty Lue, Clippers coach Ty Lue, and as well as Kawhi Leonard. Okay, now this situation is starting to unfold right before people's very eyes. Um, Kawhi Leonard has came out on record, according to the NBA Analyst Network, and has basically said that we um, can't use the next man up mentality. You know what I'm saying? When there hasn't been any talent there, and any talent brought in, and Kawhi is saying that there needs to be more talent and everything, and of course, Ty Lue is growing frustrated with Kawhi, and basically saying that the organization may need to go ahead and come off of Kawhi because you, you're always hurt. It's always something going on with you every time we turn around, and this has been going on for quite some time now. Now, in the beginning, a lot of people used to get on Ty Lue. They used to say, Ty Lue, it's his fault. You know what I'm saying? It was like people saying that Ty Lue didn't deserve no extension. I mean, just talking all types of craziness about Ty Lue. You know what I'm saying? And of course, saying that Ty Lue was the beneficiary of the championship because of LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But now, um, you're seeing a great divide in what's going on with the situation. You know what I'm saying? And you're seeing that it couldn't be further and even more further from Ty Lue, it being a fault of his. Okay? Because here's the thing, all right? Yes, Kawhi does have a condition. We understand that. But like I said earlier, in that video, okay? In that video that I just did, in that live that I just did, I said that you need to go ahead and do the organization a favor. Not only the organization, do the fans a favor, do the NBA a favor too as well, and go ahead and call it a career, man. Because the thing about it is, this organization, like, what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? It's a roller coaster type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna come into the either you're gonna come into the season, okay, 100% ready to play, ready to go, or you're not. Like I said, please just not just apply to Kawhi Leonard. I'm talking about all these players. I said that earlier too. I'm just not gonna include Kawhi Leonard. We got to talk about these other players too as well. But right now, I'm focusing on this. Ty Lue's not lying, man. Ty Lue's not lying. I mean, Ty Lue, they gave the bag to Ty Lue. Okay, they gave the bag to him. They believe in Ty Lue, obviously, and the Clippers really, at this point, and listen, I'm not a fan of tanking. I'm not a fan of tanking. I'm not a fan of giving up. I'm not a fan of, okay, yeah, let's just give up and everything. Let's start tanking and stuff like that. But in this juncture, you might as well. It's been the same thing every single year. And now, here's the thing too. Shea Gilchrist Alexander, I know he's back laughing, just being like, look, man, you don't you don't let me go. Look, I'm over here in OKC chilling. You know what I'm saying? Even a smaller market. It's not LA. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Chicago. It ain't Miami. It's not, a popular place and nothing like that. But yet and still, I'm still able to get championship. I'm still able to win. I'm still, feeling comfortable and everything. Man, hell, I haven't played the fourth quarter in about 4-5 games. It's been easy work out here, chilling, getting rest. Meanwhile, y'all over there disintegrating as an organization. Look at that, man. They let Shea go, just like the brother Ticket was saying. They let that man go ahead and go. You know what I'm saying? For all them picks in which they thought they were gonna get something. Look, man, Paul George ain't even there. You know what I'm saying? Look, Ty Lue's not lying, man. He's not lying. It is time to go. Shoot, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm the man get rid of all of them. I mean, shit, they're showing the inability to pretty much do anything as an organization. You might as well just go ahead, clean that motherfucker up. But to see the thing about it is that's what they were supposed to do. Listen, I told people that it was not going to work. Not unless you got 100 people that are healthy. These motherfuckers that are younger, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers that was younger, right? Like SGA, you know what I'm saying? Chat over there, OKC, stuff like that. They can stay on the court. They have no problem staying on the court. Kane Cunningham, he ain't got no problem staying on the court. Jalen Duran, all them over there in Detroit, they ain't got no problem staying on the court. You know what I'm saying? Austin Reed, and Luca and all them, they had their little problems or whatever. Hey, I know it hurt some people feelings. Like I said before, LeBron ain't got no problem staying on the court. For some reason, you got problems staying on the court. Hell, James Harden ain't got no problem staying on the court. And no wonder, no wonder, no wonder they got you as the poster child for low managing. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, man. Look, it ain't nothing against him as a basketball player. We know what you can do when you're 100% healthy. We know that. We know what you can do. We know what you bring to the table when your ass is healthy. We know that. But it's like what we said about AD. It's like what we said about AD. It's like what we said about Zion. Even Joel Embiid. It's like what we said about them. If and only if you are healthy. That's the only time. It's got to be a big if, though. It was never if with Kobe. It was never if with Jordan. It was never if with Kareem and all these other greats. Wilt Chamberlain, even going back to. Hell, even the majority of the motherfuckers that were playing in the 60s and all that. You know what I'm saying? They was out there. They was still working regular jobs or whatever. And they were working back-breaking work. You know, work that involved you using your lower extremities and stuff like that. Them working in the steel mill and shit like that. Motherfuckers out there in the military, you know what I'm saying, running 2 miles, you know what I'm saying, still having to do they daily MOS and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, they're still coming back and competing. Lenny Wilkins, Pete, really, I don't fare too well with excuses. Look, if you can't give 100%, if you can't give nothing at all, go ahead and leave. Leave, man. Go ahead and walk away. You can put in your retirement papers. Look, are you going to be a Hall of Famer? Yeah. Some people going to question your Hall of Fame value. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not now. Should you be first ballot or anything like that? No. You know what I'm saying? Because of the amount of games that you missed. Look, I know people going to be like, but straight, look at this. You got to take into account this. You got to take into account burn. I took into account all of them guys. Okay? We did. We witnessed it. Look, I can't do this no more. Man, you gotta come to a a clear understanding of when it's time to go. And Ty Lue, man, he telling the truth. He telling the truth. As bad as people want to disagree with Ty Lue, you know what I'm saying? As bad as people want to sit up there and they want to say that he ain't a good coach and he was overrated and he benefited for just one champion. He's sitting on one championship, you know what I'm saying, like a Doc Rivers is and all this other stuff. Look, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But the man still got a championship, right? Talk about his lineups and all this other stuff. You know, Kawhi saying that his lineups were, not working and all this other stuff. Motherfucker, man, what, man, dog? You have your motherfucking roster is old. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like I said, I'll be hypocritical to say that age ain't no motherfucking excuse and no shit like that. But the thing about it is, like, listen, age to me, you can't really, we can't really be saying that. We can't be saying, oh yeah, they old, they old, they old, they old, man. Look, man, it's either you can play or you can't. You can still keep your what the fuck you doing in the off season. You know what I'm saying? We up in here thinking that LeBron is faking. That's how good a shape LeBron is in. That we thinking that he's faking only because, you know what I'm saying, he's salty because the Lakers organization ready to move on with his ass. It's sad that we got to be like, no, LeBron, you in good shape. You just up in here fault. You know, you salty about what's going on and shit about them wanting to move on from Luka. That's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is okay, that motherfucker to be 41 and not having no injuries and stuff like that, he's still able to show up. Now, I know that he got a condition that will never be better, but we gotta stop after a while, we gotta stop using that talking point. We gotta stop using that talking point. That talking point is starting to get old. Now it's got to. Now you want to start making excuses. Now you want to go there. Look, we understand that you're quiet. We understand that you don't. You don't make a lot of noise and drama and all this other stuff, but behind the scenes, your ass really is. Kevin Durant still showing up, you know what I'm saying? They call him old. Steph Curry still showing up. You know, he ain't making no excuse. Steph Curry done been short-handed the last couple of seasons. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole bunch of stuff going on, drama, you know what I'm saying, all that other stuff. I find it still odd. Still able to come over there with new pieces, you know what I'm saying? New pieces going in and out, you know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson being out, you know, that adjustment period with Jimmy Butler, you know what I'm saying? The whole shit going on with Kuminga. You know what I'm saying? Steve Kerr, you know what I'm saying? Growing frustrated with some of the things that he's doing. Growing frustrated with some of the things that Draymond is doing. You know what I'm saying? But I find it very funny that Steph Curry's still able to show up, even with people saying that he done. That's why I don't sit up there. I don't take a lot of the Steph Curry slander. I don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that Steph Curry's the winner. Yes, did he load manage? Yeah, every now and then. Yeah, he did. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't every single day. Man, matter of fact, you could say that this motherfucker got degenerative ankles. If we really want to get technical about the shit, man, that was the point in time with Steph Curry. They were saying, okay, yeah, it's time for him to go and shit like that. But guess what? He's still here, still putting up buckets. Still on here, you know what I'm saying? Still on the flow. 36 years old, 37 or whatever. Still out there giving it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And this is a guy that, you know, ain't all that big. You know what I'm saying? He ain't big as you. Motherfucker's a winner. You know what I'm saying? Winner chicken dinner. Winner. I believe that he's a winner, but only to a certain degree. Like everything got a benefit. Everything got to be in the right place. Look, that's what I'm saying. If you can't give 100%, go ahead and go. That's all Ty Lue is saying. Like, go ahead and move on. They need to move on. My hair gonna be white. Gonna be white pretty soon. As much stress he like, damn, I came over here from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Expecting to get away from all the stressful bullshit. He's stressed more. I don't even blame him. Don't blame him at all. Can't get mad at Ty Lue. I cannot get mad at Ty Lue at all. Not gonna get mad at him at all. Man, he capping, you know, he ain't done this, he ain't done that. He might not be a better coach. You know what I'm saying? Like me, myself personally, I'm just being real. You can get mad. I don't get how sensitive you get. JB Bickerstaff is showing that he a better coach than everybody. You know what I'm saying? But can't get mad at Tyler in this situation for feeling the way that he feels. You know what I'm saying? You got a James Harden out there. You know what I'm saying? Damn, James Harden. Some of the shit he do it is suspect. I don't like some of the stuff that James Harden do. But if we gonna play it spade, man, James Harden ain't out here doing the shit that Kawhi doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it a stack. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a hundo. Let's keep it a hundo. You know what I'm saying? Whoever hit that light. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody to share, man. Show your boy some love, man. YouTube ain't been getting my videos out there. None of that because they don't want to hear the truth. But Ty Lue is telling the truth. Some of y'all don't want to be real. Look, I know y'all like Kawhi. I like Kawhi. I like some of these players that are sitting down and stuff. I used to be the biggest supporter of Joel Embiid. What you don't know, if you go back and you go dig in deep to my older videos, I used to defend Joel Embiid. But after a while, you can't no more. You know why? Because all these these guys that used to be young, you wasn't looking at, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have no faith in, that you done traded away all this other stuff. They done came up. I'm talking about the SGA. We talking about the K Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the Lucas. You know what I'm saying? They out there winning. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They out on the floor. They playing. Maxie, he's still out there. He, even though we got blown out or whatever, he got heart. He's still out there, man. They showing up to deliver. That's one of the things that you appreciated about Jordan, about Kobe, about Larry Bird, who sacrificed his body. Everybody talk about, oh yeah, Larry Bird, he ain't played that long. He had a short prime and all that other stuff. You know why? He was diving on floors, diving in bleachers. You know what I'm saying? Like, falling on, you know what I'm saying, his back. You know what I'm saying? Falling on his arm. You know what I'm saying? But he was still bouncing back. They was playing with reckless abandon. Yeah, they had finesse, you know what I'm saying? They was nice, had crisp moves, but at the same time, when they needed to get ugly, it needed to get ugly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not willing to take that risk. Oh, no, I ain't gonna play today. Nigga, what happened to sacrificing? That's what people appreciate. If these motherfuckers are sacrificing every morning, getting up, you know what I'm saying, taking care of their kids, you know what I'm saying, working jobs that they don't necessarily want to be at, you know what I'm saying, out there working a 9 to 5. Some people gotta work 12, 14 hours or whatever, and then they paying a ticket to come see your ass and you sitting down. Motherfuckers don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. They want to see people that's going to be out. That's why Jordan didn't mind getting out there. Shit going on. What, they 5 and 12, 5 and 13 or some shit? Come on, man. They paying their hard-earned money to see you. They paying their excuse the train. They paying their hard money to earn money to see you. But other than that, man, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Make sure y'all like the video, share, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Shouts out to the whole entire LDBC basketball and boxing. Chill, man. I'm out.